Gale Force Wins, and I want to tell you, what a great time I'm having here. What a cool event, eh? All these event planners, meeting planners coming together, sharing ideas. A wonderful setting right here, Yonge and Adelaide, vibrant city, downtown Toronto. A real sort of energy in the room.
Yeah.
Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
All right. Hi, I'm Rita Plaskett. I am president of Agenda Inc. It's a conference event management company. 22 years historically for this company. And I am involved in industry associations on many levels, presidents, chairs, and this experience here typifies everything that we represent. It is vibrant, exciting. I have to tell you, I have not lined up to get into an event since I was probably 18 years old. I was pretty jazzed to actually line up to get in here. That's how special all of us being together is here.
So the last time you lined up 10 years ago, and how about yourself, sir?
My name is Robert Thompson. I'm managing partner at AV Canada. 30 years in the industry, and my gray hair shows it. This is an event that we all look forward to every August, and it's everything that Rita said is 100% correct, that it exemplifies the community of what we have. You know, the community of collaboration and partnerships. I'm a sponsor here tonight with Reveal, being from AV Canada, and we're always proud to be part of something as exciting as this.
Tell me a little bit about AV Canada. What do you guys do?
Sure. We're a production services company that produce any size of event, from small, very small, 2 people, to my largest event is 1 million people and virtual. So we also do virtual events and in-person events and hybrid events. So anything, we're a full service company. Anything that is required when it comes to live events and technology is basically what we provide.
And if I can jump in for a second, they are a full 100% Canadian-owned company, a non-union company. So very proud Canadians servicing Canadians.
Tell us about your company. What do you do?
I am a meeting planner, have been for 35 plus years. I have 2 companies, Agenda Inc. and Experiential Experts. I have been involved in the industry on many levels, but one of the most satisfying things I've done is giving back. I have been a global chair for MPI. I have been president of CanSPIP, and I have been on our Destination Bureau of Toronto. I have done many things, but the most rewarding thing I've done is give back to an industry that gave me my livelihood my whole entire life. And I don't work a day in my life. I love what I do.
I love the way you folks talk about your industry. Everybody is so excited to be around one another. There's a genuine feeling of collaboration.
Yeah.
People understand in this room that a rising tide floats all boats. Talk to me about the importance of collaboration in your industry.
Collaboration. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for collaboration. A lot of us here are entrepreneurial independents like myself who run our own companies, but we might run our own companies, but we don't run them alone. We run them with another independent company, with another associate, another collaborator, and we are technically competitors, but we're not. We are collaborators. This is the most caring environment that I could ever imagine working in. And they may say to me, what do you do for a living? And I don't think I have a living. I don't have a job. I have a way of life. So whether I work 7 days a week or 6 days a week or 5 days a week, 8 hours or 12 hours, it doesn't matter because we're all together. And I might spend my weekends with my best friends working. There's something about this that you have to be in it to understand, but it is one very loving family. And that's my planner's side. And then there is with the Roberts of the world, the suppliers, who we spend the other half of our life with, who are now family. And we have holidays, and we choose to spend our time together. That's how sincere the bond is, what we've created over all these years, and a trust, beyond a trust.
Robert, you're supplying into this incredibly vibrant industry. Talk to me about what you're seeing, the excitement that's building since we came out of COVID, and the excitement in the industry in general, from your perspective.
That's a big question.
That's why I'm here.
You asked the big questions. Well, basically, coming out of COVID itself was very hard on the industry itself. Most of us did live events. Some of us, like myself, dabbled in webcasting and other sort of virtual side of things. But we were all thrown into a virtual world during COVID. And that virtual world started out in a very small way to start with, but then through collaboration and through the needs of our clients, it elevated and kept elevating itself so that virtual became this dynamic place where you could go for events. Still not a perfect face-to-face meeting, but definitely it was elevating till it got to a place where people could do their conferences, their plenary session, their keynotes, even trade shows were starting to be done virtually. So coming out of all that into live events, there was this whole feeling of, where do we sit? Do we sit and do we keep doing our virtual events, or do we start doing the live events? Well, there was a period there for about a year where everyone tried to be both to everyone, right? Everyone tried to do the virtual component and everyone tried to do the in-person, because how many people were comfortable in doing the in-person, right? So now the pendulum is swung back more into more into in-person, but we still do a lot of virtual events. We still are doing, I'm just doing one next week, which is a fully virtual event. There's a place for the virtual events, but there is a need for the in-person events. And this is a perfect example of the need. This is, the event industry, but many industries need that in-person contact. That's where business is done. That's where millions of dollars is exchanged on a trade show floor. That's where you learn so much. But there's still a component to the hybrid. So in the future, what COVID did for us is it took us at least 20 years into the future. We wouldn't be there without without understanding that virtual component. So now you can enhance your event virtually, or you can take your virtual event and enhance it in person, and you can really take your event and now deliver it to many audiences. I do a lot of Canadian associations. Some of them are small, some mid-sized, some very large. The mid-sized to small, they want to reach across the country, but they can't afford to fly people in, or those associations can't afford to fly people into those things. So the virtual education component is extremely important. So I don't see that changing. I see it only growing in the future, so that we can figure out ways to deliver that in a really real and smart way.
A wonderful explanation of that, and I love the way you so eloquently describe sort of leapfrogging 20 years to get us. Listen, I want to thank both of you for your conversation, for your lens on this incredible industry. There's little doubt that you're both leaders in this room. Thank you for that leadership.
It's our pleasure. Our pleasure.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.